Hey folks, Speedway Tag here. Just want to show you one of our favorite dice in the cup type games. Got this, gosh, maybe 8 years ago. Steve Jackson Games republished this. Chupacabra, Survive the Night. Of course, the Chupacabra is that mythical creature, or maybe not mythical, from Mexico, I think. It's a glow-in-the-dark dice game. Love this illustration on the little dice chute or cup. Okay, so there's this Chupacabra. It's glow in the dice game. What does that mean? Do you glow in the dark when you play it? No, the dice actually glow in the dark. If you charge them up, they will hold a bit of glow for a number of minutes. Probably not enough to finish the game in the dark, but it's still a pretty cool feature. And the dice are all custom dice. They look fabulous. Okay, you've got sort of indented sort of icons on the dice faces. As you can see, it's got a bit of relief there and 3D-ness of it. You can see it there quite clearly. Really well done. Chickens, goats, where's the bulls? Yeah, there's the bull, okay, right there. And of course, the famed Chupacabra, okay, as well. And so what's happening here is, let's put this as a bull. What's happening here is everybody rolls 6 dice, so you can play 2 to 4 players here. I've got a 4-player game set up, and I've just imagined that everybody has rolled their starting 6 dice. And the goal of the game is to take on the role of the Chupacabras and attack your opponent's animals. And when you successfully attack them, you get to collect those dice into your pool. So yours can grow and grow and grow, and theirs deplete and deplete, deplete, until finally the winner is the person who's got every single dice in the game in their pool. Okay, and as you lose all your dice, you get knocked out of the game, which of course isn't always great when someone has to bow out of the game and not take part anymore, but it is what it is. Dice games are often like that, so that's okay. If you go into that understanding that, that's fine. So you roll everybody rolls the dice in their hand. At the start of the game, everybody's got 6, but eventually this is going to change as in the amount that everybody has as people start attacking each other. And what you do is, the first thing you do is you arrange your roll into the groups. So Chupacabras, bulls, goats, and also if you've got, like this person over here, chickens. They've got 2 chickens. Okay, you arrange that. And the first player, let's say this player is the first player. Now, if they've rolled a Chupacabra, which she has, and they go about attacking. So they get to choose to use their Chupacabra to capture. Capture, in other words, right? We know what happens when a Chupacabra captures something. But anyway, we'll say capture. They can use their Chupacabra to capture someone's animals. Okay. The basic rule to remember all the time is, if you want to capture an animal, you can't just capture one of the flock. You have to capture the whole flock. So, for example, this person has got 3 goats along there, okay? If I want to attack his goats, I've got to be able to have enough Chupacabras on my dice to capture all 3 goats. I can't just get 2 or 1. I've got to be able to have enough firepower to get all 3 goats. Otherwise, I can't attack the goats, okay? So, for example, so how does a Chupacabra capture an animal? Well, you have a look at the little rule book here, and it's very, very clear. 1 Chupacabra kills up to 2 chickens. 1 Chupacabra can kill 1 goat, but you need 2 to kill 1 bull. So you'll need 4 to kill 2 bulls, okay? You'll need 3 to kill 3 goats, and so on, right? 2 Chupacabras will kill 4 chickens, and so on. So you do the maths, and off you go. So, for example, if this is the first player's roll, he's only rolled 1 Chupacabra. So what can 1 Chupacabra get? It can only get 2 chickens or 1 goat. Okay, so he looks around. This person has only got 2 chickens. Remember, you have to be able to capture the whole flock. Otherwise, you can't get them. So with 1 Chupacabra, he can take those 2 chickens. He can't take the goats because you need 2 Chupacabras for the goats and so on. The 2 bulls are pretty safe because you'll need 4 chupacabras to get those bulls. Over here, this guy's also got 1 chicken. Over here, there's no chickens and there's 2 goats. So this guy's chupacabra is not going to do any damage over here. So he's basically going to take those 2 chickens or this chicken over here. And then the decision is, where are those 2 players placed in the game? Which one do you want to affect the most based on how they're doing? At the moment, this early in the game, he might just use his chupacabra to capture that group of chickens and puts it aside there. That becomes his dice. Moves to this person. They've got 1 chupacabra. They might capture this chicken of this person. So takes that over there. This person's got 1 chupacabra, but there's... Oh, look at this. Over here, this person's just got 1 goat and 1 chicken. Okay, he can get the goat or the chicken with his chupacabra. He might take the goat. Okay, it doesn't really matter, chicken or goat. It's going to be re-rolled anyway. This guy's in a good position. He's got 2 chupacabras, which means he can take that bull, because the bulls need 2 chupacabras. He can take both those goats. Now, that's the way to go. If you can get more dice with your chupacabras, that's the way to go. So it is a matter of, it's not so much strategy, but it does test your observation skills, He could have even said, oh, goody, I can get that bull, but it's much better for him to get those 2 goats because he gets 2 dice. All right, and that becomes his now. So, all right, so then now this is the dice pool has changed a bit, as you can see. This poor person now is down to 4. This guy's now got 8 dice and so on. Okay, they roll their dice again, and everybody rolls, and we see what they got. All right. If you don't roll any chupacabras, you can't do any attacking that round. So these guys aren't doing anything. You put you group them into their animals again. So it's great getting a lot of bulls because it sort of solidifies their security, if you like. And so, okay, let's say the next this player would go. He's got no chupacabras. This one would go. He's got no chupacabras. This person's turn. He's got 2 chupacabras. He can get both these goats. Okay, or he could try and damage this person even more by getting those 2 chickens. Let's say he does that. With his 2 chupacabras, he gets those chickens. Now his dice pool's looking pretty good. This guy's got 1 chupacabra, might go ahead and get this goat. Okay, ganging up on this person here. Okay, now we've got an interesting situation. You might think this person is finished and has got no hope left in the game because they've got a solitary dice. Okay, and this is what they call the a Chupacabra Loco rule, right? And this rule is really good, and it sort of balances out this situation where someone's only stuck with 1 dice. How could they possibly come back from there? The beauty of that rule, it says, if you roll Chupacabras on all of your dice, even if you just got 1 dice, right? So rolling a Chupacabra on this dice is effectively rolling a Chupacabra on all of his dice. Then you get the benefit of taking an entire flock of one particular animal, regardless of how many they've got. So if this guy's got the 3 bulls here, normally you'd need 6 chupacabras to capture these bulls. But because he's gone loco, right, he's rolled a chupacabra on all of his dice, he can actually decide, okay, I'll take all those bulls, or I'll take all those goats. Well, that's probably better because there's 4 goats there. So he might take all those goats. Suddenly, bang, he's back in the game with 5 dice. Okay, so that's kind of a nice touch. And it does provide the game with a little bit of strategy that you might not see at first. And that is, you do want to watch people who are getting down to low numbers of dice and think, we can't really let them get down to 2 or 1, because if they roll both chupacabras or 1 chupacabra, they're going to hit some of our, big flocks. What if this person had all these dice, and this person rolls 2 chupacabras on their dice, okay? Okay, like that and like that. He can go loco and take 1 type of animal, all of them from this person. He could lose a lot of dice like that, even though he's on the brink of winning. That's kind of fun. It's not mentally taxing. It's the kind of game we pull out sometimes when we're outside on the garden table and we just want to roll some dice and have a little bit of a laugh, make a few decisions. It's really nice. It's an old game, But I just wanted to show you it because we've always loved that Chupacabra survived the night. See you later.